Care to Dare Part 1. The Foundations of Secure Base Leadership Chapter 1. Your Leadership Opportunity. 1. Secure base leadership is introduced as a blend of providing safety and daring people to take risks and grow. 1. A secure base leader nurtures others' potential by offering both protection and challenge. 2. Leaders as secure bases help followers manage fear, providing both emotional support and inspiration for growth. 3. Belay analogy. A secure base leader is compared to a belayer in rock climbing, offering security while encouraging climbers to stretch their limits. 4. Practical focus. Leaders are encouraged to reflect on how they can start applying secure base principles immediately. Chapter 2. Secure base leadership in action. 1. This chapter outlines the 9 characteristics of secure base leaders. 1. Stays calm in the face of adversity. 2. Accepts the individual for who they are. 3. Sees potential in others. 4. Listens deeply and inquires to understand. 5. Delivers a powerful message that inspires action. 6. Focuses on the positive. 7. Encourages risk-taking. 8. Motivates through intrinsic rewards. 9. Signals accessibility to team members. 2. These characteristics enable leaders to connect deeply with their teams, fostering engagement, creativity, and loyalty. Part 2. Essential characteristics of secure base leadership Chapter 3. Build trust through the bonding cycle. 1. Leaders build trust through the bonding cycle, which involves attachment, bonding, separation, and grief. 1. Trust is created when leaders establish secure emotional bonds and navigate through challenges like separation or conflict. 2. Attachment theory. Borrowed from psychology, attachment theory explains the need for leaders to offer emotional safety to facilitate high performance and loyalty. Chapter 4. Deliver change. Embracing loss through grief. 1. Grief and change are explored in this chapter, emphasizing the importance of acknowledging and working through losses that accompany organizational or personal transitions. 2. Leaders must help their teams navigate through the stages of grief, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. 2. By doing so, they enable progress and renewal. 3. Embracing loss. Leaders who recognize and help others grieve can foster a more resilient and adaptable culture. Chapter 5. Focus. Bringing forward the power of the mind's eye. 1. The mind's eye, a metaphor for how individuals focus their attention. 1. Secure base leaders help others focus on opportunities rather than limitations. 2. Leaders influence others' perspectives, helping them visualize success and overcome challenges. 2. Focusing on the positive helps individuals stay motivated and perform at their best. 3. The chapter emphasizes how secure base leaders must first manage their own mind's eye to maintain optimism and energy. Chapter 6. Achievement. Playing to win. 1. Secure base leaders play to win by adopting a mindset that focuses on achieving ambitious goals and exceeding expectations, rather than simply avoiding failure. 2. The chapter outlines 4 leadership approaches and 6 leadership styles, showing how secure base leaders can adapt based on the situation. 3. Leaders are encouraged to foster a culture where risk-taking is safe and where individuals are motivated by intrinsic rewards. Part 3. Applying secure base leadership Chapter 7. Strengthen your own secure bases. 1. Leaders must identify their own secure bases, the people, goals, or values that provide them with stability and inspiration. 2. Self-awareness is crucial. Leaders are encouraged to reflect on their own sources of security and challenge, and how these influence their leadership style. Chapter 8. Become a secure base for others. 1. The key to secure base leadership is to form deep, trusting relationships with others. 1. This involves practicing deep dialogue, learning to read signals from others, and encouraging secure attachments. 2. Leaders must encourage others to take risks, knowing they have the emotional support needed to succeed. Chapter 9. Transform your organization into a secure base. 1. Secure base leadership can transform entire organizations. 1. By embedding the principles of care and challenge into company culture, leaders create environments where people feel safe to innovate, take risks, and grow. 2. Practical strategies include integrating secure base leadership into HR processes and ensuring that leadership behaviors align with organizational values. Chapter 10. Humanize your leadership and your organization. 1. Leadership is about more than just achieving results. It's about humanizing the workplace. 1. Leaders must show care, empathy, and respect for others' humanity. 2. The chapter encourages leaders to take a personal approach to leadership, ensuring their decisions and actions are driven by compassion and a genuine desire to see others grow. These notes capture the core themes and practical insights from each chapter, showing how secure base leadership provides a framework for nurturing high performance by balancing care and challenge. Hostage at the Table. Chapter 1. Are you being held hostage without knowing it? 1. The hostage metaphor is introduced, explaining how individuals can feel like hostages in everyday situations without realizing it. 2. The term hostage refers not only to physical captivity but also to situations where individuals feel powerless, trapped, or controlled by external factors, e.g., work stress, interpersonal conflicts. 3. The Stockholm Syndrome is explored, demonstrating how hostages can emotionally bond with their captors. 3. This is linked to psychological and emotional bonds in everyday leadership settings. 4. Leaders often feel held hostage by conflicts, unmet expectations, or the actions of others, causing them to react emotionally and lose focus on their goals. 5. Bonding is presented as a key antidote to the hostage mindset, fostering connection and reducing feelings of powerlessness. Chapter 2. Finding freedom through your mind's eye. 1. The mind's eye refers to the mental images that shape our perception of the world. 1. Leaders must learn to refocus this internal lens to gain control over their emotions and responses. 2. Hostage negotiators use the mind's eye concept to influence the behavior of hostage takers, shifting their focus from threats to solutions. 3. The chapter emphasizes how leaders can control their state of mind to avoid becoming emotional hostages during stressful situations. 4. Self-fulfilling prophecies are discussed, where negative thoughts lead to negative outcomes. 4. Leaders are encouraged to visualize success, turning challenges into opportunities. Chapter 3. The potential of the bonding cycle. 1. Bonding cycles explain how relationships are formed through attachment, separation, and reconnection. 2. Leaders need to understand and manage the grief cycle associated with broken bonds, which includes denial, anger, and eventual acceptance. 3. The chapter identifies the 7 manifestations of broken bonding, such as withdrawal, aggression, and emotional detachment, which can hinder team dynamics. 4. Leaders must help others navigate these stages to rebuild trust and foster collaboration. Chapter 4. The strength of a secure base. 1. Secure bases provide individuals with the security to explore, take risks, and grow. 1. These can be people, goals, or even values that offer emotional support. 2. Leaders serve as secure bases for their teams by offering stability while encouraging them to push beyond their comfort zones. 3. The chapter explores different types of secure bases, including parental figures, goals, and self-esteem. 3. It shows how leaders can act as a secure base, promoting resilience and growth in their teams. Chapter 5. The Art of Conflict Management. 1. Conflict is inevitable in leadership, but it does not have to be destructive. 1. Leaders must learn to manage it by putting the fish on the table, a metaphor for addressing difficult issues openly. 2. The chapter encourages leaders to embrace conflict as a source of creativity and innovation, rather than avoid it. 3. Effective conflict management requires active listening, open dialogue, and focusing on shared goals to resolve differences. 4. Leaders should avoid being held hostage by unresolved conflicts and instead engage in healthy debates that foster trust and cooperation. Chapter 6. Effective dialogue. 1. Dialogue is a key tool in conflict resolution, enabling leaders to connect, influence, and negotiate effectively. 2. Blocks to dialogue, such as preconceived notions or emotional barriers, must be removed to achieve meaningful communication. 3. The chapter offers strategies for overcoming these barriers, emphasizing the importance of deep listening and understanding the other person's perspective. 4. Dialogue is more effective when leaders focus on seeking a greater truth, rather than simply winning an argument. Chapter 7. The power of negotiation. 1. The chapter outlines the 10 steps of negotiation, from forming a bond to finding common goals and reaching an agreement. 2. Negotiation involves separating the person from the problem and addressing underlying needs and interests, rather than focusing on positions. 3. Leaders are encouraged to apply the law of reciprocity in negotiations, making concessions that build trust and lead to mutual benefits. 4. The ultimate goal of negotiation is to resolve conflicts in a way that maintains personal power and strengthens relationships. Chapter 8. Mastering our emotions. 1. Leaders must master their emotions to avoid being hijacked by anger, fear, or frustration. 2. The chapter explains the 5 stages of emotion, ranging from awareness to managing and expressing emotions in a constructive way. 3. Emotional intelligence is crucial for leaders, as it allows them to influence their own emotional state and the emotions of others. 4. Tools for mastering emotions include self-awareness, reframing negative thoughts, and focusing on positive outcomes. Chapter 9. Living with a hostage-free state of mind. 1. The book concludes by encouraging leaders to adopt a hostage-free mindset, where they are not held captive by fear, stress, or external pressures. 2. Living hostage-free requires ongoing self-reflection, emotional resilience, and the ability to maintain personal power even in challenging situations. 3. Leaders can foster this mindset in their teams by acting as secure bases, offering both support and challenge, and leading by example. These notes provide an in-depth look at the key concepts of hostage at the table, with a focus on how leaders can overcome conflict and lead with emotional intelligence.